Hello Virgo, welcome to your 2018 yearly reading. This is a general reading for you for 2018. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a month by month breakdown for you. I've laid out the tarots, so you have 8 different tarot for each of the months. And we'll see the general energy that is around you in those months as we go through 2018. It will allow you to make plans to utilize the energy of each of those months for the maximum results for you, so that it looks at, what energy is around you. It is a general reading. If you would like to have a personalized 2018 yearly reading that would be far more specific and accurate to you and your situation, then you can go to my website and book that reading. It's going to be for a limited time only. It's through December and January that reading is going to be available for a yearly projection of what is in store for you. I'd also like to thank you for subscribing to my channel and for leaving comments, and also for all those people that have booked in for a personalised reading. The connection with my subscribers is, I'm really enjoying to put faces to all these wonderful people that are subscribing, and I'm really happy that I can help you along life's journey. So when I read my cards, I use the tarot. I use the tarot as a tool. It's not, a lot of the time, the meanings that I get from each of the cards is not specific. It's not out of the book. It's what my guides tell me, what my angels tell me, what my masters tell me, that comes through. So what I hear, because I'm a medium, it's that energy that I use in reading the tarots and what comes through. So shall we start with you, Virgo? Let's have a look, wonderful Virgo, at what's going on. So in January, I feel like the Nine of Wands, it's you've worked hard through 2017, you've put things in place, you've made changes, you've learnt lessons. For some of you, it's physically changing work, changing your line of work, changing the way you do things, moving house. So they're physical things and changes you've put in place, and they've been really good. So January, you can reap the benefits of that. You can enjoy that. For some of you, it's been a spiritual and internal growth, lessons that you've learned, how you've processed things, how you've changed in 2017. There's been a lot of change for quite a few of you Virgos on a spiritual level, on a subconscious level. And so what this card's telling me is that it's that journey's done. That journey's done, and so now you can move on, walk up that staircase, move on to bigger and better things. So January is a time of sitting and reflecting, looking at where you've come, how much you've achieved. Pat on the back for you Virgos, in the work that you've done in 2017, the foundations that you've laid, and so bringing those through to 2018. It's about enjoying the moment, enjoying the journey, because you've achieved that journey, and it's a really nice place to be. So I feel like January is just a time of reflection for you and just enjoying where you've come from, okay, and taking a break, enjoying the rest, enjoying the sunshine. Stop and smell the roses, because you have achieved quite a lot in 2017. So job well done. So it's a really lovely peaceful energy in January, resting sort of energy. So it's about just taking a rest, take some time out in January. Then February comes along. You Virgos don't rest for very long at all. The Page of Wands is about laying plans for your next move. There's the chessboard at the bottom there. I feel like you're laying plans for your next move. It's, well, what am I going to get up to next? What's the next idea I've got in the pipeline? Where am I going? What am I going to do? How am I going to proceed with this year? So it really is about coming up with ideas, coming up with new things, coming up with new projects, new interests. What's next? That sort of energy. You're going to feel really motivated to take on new projects that you want to take on, projects that you want to instigate, things that you've thought about and are thinking about. And it's almost like, well, you know, I'm processing them, I'm thinking about them, I'm not going to tell anybody about them yet. And sometimes that's really good to keep the cards close to your chest. You don't have to tell people what you're up to. I've got this energy of, well, I'm going to be doing something, you know, I don't know what it is yet, but it will be processed. So you don't need to push it. You just need to put out there that I've got some plans, I've got some ideas, I've got some things that I want to do. And so let's just see how things go. Let's see how it unfolds. And it may be that you're the only one that really knows about it. A little bit of mischief. There's mischief in the air in February. It's really lovely. It's a playful sort of energy. So enjoy it. Go, you know, move along with that. It's really lovely. You know, new beginnings, new ventures, new adventures. What are you planning? So things that you plan in February will unfold as the year goes on. Okay, it's like, let's lay these little eggs, these little ideas, and let's nurture them and let's see how they hatch. So that's what February is about. Really lovely energy. Playful, it's playful energy, Virgos, which I really, really like. Comes March, and it's about, okay, I've gotten up to this mischief in February. About March is about finding that balance, finding that moderation. It's an energy of moderation. So don't overexert yourself. Don't work too hard. Don't party too hard. Don't do anything in excess. Modify your behaviors, modify what you're doing so that you have a balance. If you're a workaholic, take some time out, find that balance to share and spend with family as well as working. You know, if you are enjoying partying and socializing and going out, you know, don't do it 7 nights a week. Take some time out to recover, to re-energize. So March is very much about doing things in moderation. Don't burn your candle at both ends. You know, if you've got these ideas that you're hatching in February, they don't all have to manifest and be created in a month. You know, so don't overdo March. March is about moderation. March is about balance. Playing with your new ideas, but keeping it into perspective. You know, don't expect it all to happen instantly. Just balance it out and have it unfold gradually for you. Okay, April. April is about the Knight of Cups. This is news on an emotional level. So I feel like March, you're going to be getting, it's an emotional month for you. There's the emotions come into play here. So you may feel, I feel like a lot of Virgos will feel emotional. Just be mindful of what I'm hearing is be mindful of not overreacting to news that you're going to get that is on an emotional level. So keep your emotions as an even keel. So what you're learning in March with, you know, with balance, with temperance, what you're learning here, carry it through to April. Keep that balance, that moderation. Don't overreact. Don't employ too many emotions. I feel like April is going to be an emotional month for you. Not that there's going to be emotional things happening around you. It's simply how you're feeling. I feel like there's going to be things that are being stirred. The emotional pot is being stirred for you in April. So things from the past are going to sort of resurface. Doesn't mean physically people are going to come in from the past, but memories, situations, things that have happened in the past will just bubble up, bubble forward. Always with ease and grace. When things come up, don't ignore them. Just process them and release them. So they're coming up to be released. So rather than not acknowledging them and burying them and partying on, stop and reflect and process it and release it. Find your answers, find your solutions, because I feel like April will be that sort of month for you, an emotional sort of month for you. So forewarned is forearmed. You know that that's coming, so nurture yourself, okay? Nurture yourself and just acknowledge that it's a phase. It's just what's going through, the energy that's passing through for you. It's, you know, let's review this stuff, let's move it on. I feel like for some of you too, there's going to be a little bit of disruption in the home, in the family. There's going to be, for some of you, it will be teenage children. It'll be children that are creating a stirring of emotions. Be mindful not to overreact. You know, stay calm, even keeled. Okay, so that because those things are going to come up in the home. For some of you, it's going to be with your partner, your wife, your partner in the home. You might not see eye to eye. Just be mindful, keep your balance, and it can be sorted. You can work through it. But things are going to be stirred in April. Things are just going to be stirred. It's going to be different things for different Virgos, but things will be stirred in. And there's reasons for it. You know, you stir the pot, you have a look at things, you review things, and then you move on and you move to the next level. You move up, you move on. That's been dealt with, rather than sweeping it under the carpet. You sweep these things under the carpet and eventually they will surface and they will explode. So it's best to deal with them as they arise, and they're better managed. Okay? In May, you're sitting pretty. Wonderful, happy times, happy times. For some of you, I feel like there's a celebration, there's a wedding. You're either taking your relationship to the next level, which is maybe what's been stirred in April, but in May it's, you know, getting married, a proposal, taking family, you know, taking your relationship to the next level. For some of you, it's the birth of a child, it's a new addition to the family, which is absolutely wonderful. But in May is very much about family, very much about home, very much about enjoying your family, enjoying the home, enjoying the environment that you've created. Okay, if you are single, it's still very much about just life is good. Life is good, and things are happening and things are flowing. It's a really loving, caring energy. You know, family is not just your biological family. It's also very, very dear friends that can be like family. So there's also, you know, that's family as well. So, you know, define family. It's a group of people that absolutely love each other and support each other and have each other's back, and you're going to spend time with those sorts of people. So May is going to be a really lovely month for you to enjoy. So enjoy it. Enjoy the little things in life. The little things in life that bring you joy. The little things that are really are meaningful. That's what makes us, that's what defines us, that's what's meaningful in life. So build those relationships, because there's a lot of lovely times to be had. June looks ominous, doesn't it? But it's not. It's not. The Six of Swords is you know, going on a, you know, for some of you, it's a spiritual journey. For some of you, it's this spiritual journey that you're going through. You're exploring the depths, the inner depths, the meaning of life, your purpose in life, why you're here, what you're doing, the people you've surrounded yourself with. For some of you, it's that sort of going into the subconscious, digging up those things that are no longer necessary, going on this. But it's a tranquil. It's not a huge upheaval. You're ready for this. It's a smooth journey. You're ready to explore on a deeper level your spirituality. For some of you, it's a physical journey. For some of you, I feel like you're going, you know, you're planning a trip. You're going on a trip in June. You're going somewhere across water on a journey. For some of you, I feel like it's a journey for it's a new job, or your business is taking on a new direction. You're building on skills that you already have. and you're taking those with you. So it's not a new job that's a completely different line of work or completely different. It's building on the knowledge and skills that you already have to take you to that next level. So it's a promotion, or it's another extension of your already existing business that you're moving into, a venture which is going to be very, very successful. With this, you're moving from an old situation into a newer situation, into a different situation. So there's movement, there's a journey out of that, but you're also taking with you what you've acquired. So if it's a spiritual journey, it's everything that you've acquired over the years, last year and previously, over the, and I go back 5 years, everything that you've learned over 5 years, lessons that you've had, obstacles that you've been put in your path, how you've dealt with them and how you've grown and how you've changed. You take that knowledge and that wisdom with you and use it, and you help others with that knowledge and with what you have. So there's a journey in many different ways, in many different levels for each of you, but June is going to be very much that, very much a journey that you're going on. July, it's about the Palace of Coins. Palace of Coins is home. It's home. It's grounding. It's the physicality of it. So you're going to really feel like you want to be a homebody in July. It's like, oh, I just want to stay home. I'm really enjoying staying home. I'm enjoying my environment. Whether for some of you, you've moved into a new home and it just brings you pleasure. You just like that. For some of you, it's a withdrawal. It's a physical withdrawal. You're just going to feel like staying at home. It's not about socializing. It's not about going out. It's not about putting your energy out into other people. You just want to go into your cave, go into your home, and just be, redefine yourself, rebalance yourself, rethink what you're doing, rethink your path. A whole lot of things, different for different people, different ones. For some of you, it's really hiding away from a whole lot of, the public, hiding away from people, hiding away from, everyone, just wanting to be solitary, wanting to be on your own. For some of you, it's a spiritual concept of you're not moving away from the physical world, but you are internalizing, you are going within, you are nurturing yourself. So it is important in July that you do nurture yourself, that you do nice things for you and not feel guilty about it. It's time out for you, so that if you're balanced, if you have time out, you've got more to give other people. So there's a whole lot of things that you're processing and thinking about in July, okay, in July, which makes sense with August. This isn't as bad as it seems. The Ten of Swords is the end of that particular journey. It's the end of that journey. So whatever it is that you've gone through that's caused you to want to withdraw in July, it's over. By August, you're done. You're moving on. You've learned what you've had to learn, and you're moving on from that. So it's the end of that particular phase. It's the end of that processing. So whatever it is that you're processing, and that started in May. May was an emotional month, okay? June was going on a journey of some sort, physically wanting to get away or going on a spiritual journey, whatever it was for you, feeling reclusive in July. And then in August, that's done. You've processed it all. You've done well with that. So utilize those energies that you've got in those months, because by August, it's going to be done. You're going to feel like, well, I'm feeling better now. I'm coming out. I've processed it and I've shut the door on whatever I've needed to shut the door on, or I've looked at and reviewed whatever I needed to review, and I'm ready to close the door on that chapter and move on to a new chapter. And I feel like a lot of that's got to do with relationships, okay, for you. I feel like it's emotions, it's relationships, things that you're going to review. If you're in a relationship already, it's either going to go to the next level or it's not going to make it. you know, you're going to decide to part ways, one or the other, okay? So it's a time of reviewing. If you're single, it's a time of reviewing, looking at past relationships and how they've impacted on you, what you've learned, how you've grown from them. Let it go, release it, and then move on, okay? And then move on, because in September, new emotional beginnings. This is new emotional beginnings, which is fantastic. For some of you, if you're single, it's a new relationship beginning. You meet someone and you're in the initial stages, I feel, of that relationship, okay? For some of you, it's you've healed the past hurts, and now in August you are ready to open up again. It's this new rebirth of on an emotional level. You are now ready to put yourself out there. You're ready to put yourself out there to explore different relationships, look for a partner. So that's the energy that's there for you. And if that's what you want to do, get out there and look at it. You know, be discerning. Be discerning. If it's not right for you, get rid of it. You know, okay, you might be interested in someone, they're not panning out, move on. Until you find where you're settled, what is good enough for you. Okay, so August is very much that sort of month. If you're in a relationship already, it's a rebirthing of that relationship, a fresh look at that relationship, a new way of doing things, of communicating, of interacting. It's newness. It's a new way of doing it. So emotional rebirth and newness here. Okay, in August. In August. Okay. No, sorry, that was September. September. So I will reiterate all of that. That's September. I'm getting all my cards mixed up here because there's, you know, I mean, that's that sort of confusion that's coming through. You're going to feel that sort of confusion as well in those months. You know, you're going to feel that confusion. One month's going to spill into another. Okay, so be aware of that. Be nice to yourself. Nurture yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Show yourself the consideration you would show anybody else that's going through that sort of review. Okay, so that's September, the emotional rebirth. The emotional rebirth. Okay, October, it's fabulous. The Emperor. The Emperor. So the Emperor, you know, I feel like, you know, in October you're going to feel like putting on your armor, emotionally protecting yourself. Just be careful that you don't close yourself off too much in October, okay? Don't put that armor on so solidly that you're not allowing good things to come in as well, because there is abundance, there is good things there, there's confidence there. So you are in a position of really being confident about who you are. You've done a lot of internal work this year. You know, it's been 5 months of internal work. So there's this confidence now that comes with assurance of who you are, where you're heading, and what you're wanting out of relationships, out of work, out of your ideas, out of life. You're going to really know yourself. You're going to really be able to define yourself. So I feel like that's a really good month for letting people know what your expectations are. Define yourself with them. Define yourself. It's a strong month. Good foundations. Good foundations. So November, it sort of goes back to February. November, I feel like, is linked to February, where you were hatching all these little ideas, and there's a playfulness and creating new ideas. So you've got your successes here, you know, things that you've already created, ideas that have been successful. But you don't rest on that. You always need another project, and up here you've got another project. And it's about bringing it from your thought form into your reality. And that's what you're looking at. You know, in November, you're looking at, okay, well, I've got all these ideas. Now, how can I manifest them? How can I bring them into my reality? How can I bring it into physicality? Okay. You're going to get that, you're getting that fire back in your belly. You're getting that passion back with these ideas of, you know, okay, I'm good to go. I've done this work. I've moved things on in my life that I don't need any longer, and I've brought in new things, and I've developed this great strength in October, this confidence in October. I can do anything. So these ideas that you've got are going to work really well. So it's, you know, being confident to go and ask for that raise, go and ask for that recognition at work, branch out in your own business if you've got your own business, change jobs if that's what you want to do. You know, you've got that, this is where I'm heading. Travel, making travel plans. I just feel like for all of you, it's going to be different for each of you. But there's plans that are brewing, plans that you're making, plans that you want to now, I'm ready to create them and bring them into my reality. And so that's a really exciting doing sort of month. Comes December, and you end the year on such a fabulous note, because, you know, here you've got the end of your journey. This is January, where you're signing off on 2017. You've achieved that, you've done that, and you've done very, very well. Come December, and you think, okay, I've done all this, I've laid these plans, I've processed. So it's a real year of processing, of creating new situations, making plans. And then December, it's time. New beginnings. The Ace of Swords is having confidence. I feel like, wow. And I'm feeling really excited for you, Virgo, because I'm feeling like I'm really, you know, there's this, the energy is of one of confidence. There's so much confidence and determination, and nothing's going to get in your way. You're going to get these plans, and they are going to move forward and be very successful. I feel like, wow, you're taking all of this. You've learned so much this year. You've learned so much about yourself this year and your direction. It's given you that focus and determination to move forward, to improve your situation, to improve your lot. There's no going backwards here. It's just forging forward, and doors are going to be opening for you. So, wow, I think come next December, it's going to be Christmas come early for you. It's just, you know, I'm just seeing fireworks. This is what they're showing me, fireworks and banners and celebration and success. There's just success around you. So make sure that you utilize each month, put in that work, do that work, and you know, focus on the outcome, the you know, what's going to be happening at the end of the year, because it's just fabulous. It's just fabulous. And in the journey of getting there, that's where you learn. You learn a great deal. You learn who you are and where you're at and what you're doing. So it defines you. Okay. I think that's a fantastic outcome. I'm now going to give you an overall card, the Angel of Abundance from Doreen Virtue, and we'll see how abundance is going to be treating you. Oh, really? What have we been saying? Windfall of abundance, and it's Santa Claus, which is December. It's December. So December, you're going to be unwrapping all your wonderful surprises next year, you know, December next year. Windfall of abundance. I think that's incredible. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. That sums it up, doesn't it? That just sums it up. I just love that. I love the way that happens, you know. It's nothing is by chance. Nothing is by chance. This is what the guides have brought out for you. It's to validate what has been said, and put in the work, and you will reap the benefits. The more you work at it, the more benefit you're going to get out of it. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. And your spiritual card that sums it up is, your word is maturity. Deal with things in a mature, level-headed manner, so that, you know, whenever we do anything, it is important that we do what is good for us, but you've also always got to be mindful of the people that are around you, your loved ones, your family, the people that it's also going to affect. So you don't just bulldoze through, I want this, and you just bulldoze through and get what you want. You also have to be mindful of how it's impacting on people closest to you. So that takes a level of maturity, okay? And I know you can do that, Virgo, because you're a wonderful sign and you can do that. Always honour and consider others, and any changes that you bring in, always ease and grace. You bring that in with ease and grace, which is fabulous. So I hope that you've enjoyed your reading. I hope you're looking forward to 2018, because it's quite a year. It's going to be full of so much excitement and newness, and, you know, towards the last few months of next year are just going to explode into fanfare. So enjoy, Virgo.